Well, g'day everybody. Welcome back to another episode of, episode 2 of my Manor Lords long play, and this is going to be a very, very long play. Got Conrad there. He's a forager. He's from the foraging family, and he's peddling his goods. What have we got here? He's carrying some meat over. There we go. She's bringing some meat over to the. Look at it. Slam it down there. There we go. We've got some meat and stuff in there, which is really, really cool. Yeah, we've got plenty of meat. Got some bread and stuff at the moment. I'm not probably looking at farming at the moment until next year. So I just want to make sure that we've got enough food stocks for the upcoming winter, and that we've got enough supplies of firewood and all of those really, really important things as well. So we've got an upgrade point to spend. I do believe the first thing that I'm going to spend this probably on, I reckon, is getting a passive income of meat. I think that's probably the best thing. I mean, we could do an apiary, which gives us honey, which will help increase our yields of stuff. There is trade routes. Costs a maximum of 25 regional wealth. Foreign suppliers, permanent market store, which provides a passive income of firewood as long as the region has enough regional wealth. Region does not pay the transport fee, must be placed on the marketplace. Firewood cart and a food cart, a permanent market store, which provides a passive income of bread as long as the region has enough. Ooh, that's actually really, really good there. Heavy plow adds a ploughing station, which enables oxen. We'll look into that at some point. Sheep breeding, that's going to provide us with stuff with wool and the ability to make our own clothes, which is going to be really important. And the orchardry, that's going to take a while before they become fully grown, 3 years. And until that 3 years is up, they only produce a fraction of the yield. So I think I'm going towards trapping or foreign suppliers. And I think I'm going to go trapping at the moment. I think we're going to unlock that. So, and that's going to provide us with a passive income of meat as well, which should be really, really good. Our firewood hut here, which we set as very high priority, well, we set it as a high priority, is actually being built up. She's nearly finished now. There we go. She is done. So we're going to need to assign a family to that.
We need more workers here.
We don't have another family for doing any building at the moment, but I'm hoping that we will get some more families in. We have enough. We certainly have enough room for families, so we may. Oh, I don't know. I know we need families for construction, but at the moment we don't have enough families, and I think at the moment we might be better off just working on our resources and stuff. We don't really have anything being built, although I do want to build some more houses. So what have we got timber-wise? We've got 11 timber at the moment, so what we might do is unassign the family from there, and they can become builders just for a little bit. Just for a little bit while we build ourselves some new homes. Where are we? There. I'm going to throw another couple of homes in here. Probably across to there, I think. No. Oh, okay. Hang on a sec. You can actually just run across to the edge of the road there. We might throw this out here, and that's going to build some more houses for us, which will be okay. That'll just add a few more houses, which will be good. And hopefully, as I said, we'll be able to entice some more families in. So How many families can live in this region? 8 plus 4. Yeah, at the moment we've got 6 families, 6 level 1 families, and we will look at eventually building these up to level 2. Now, to do that, you need to give them, they need to have a fuel supply, which they're going to have now, and a clothing store supply as well, which at this point in time is not a thing that's possible at the moment, but it will be as soon as we start getting some more families. Not enough fuel supplies. We are trying to build that up. So you can see that they're actually setting up. They're going to come over here and they're going to set up a stall over here, which is going to provide a fuel store for everybody, which is going to be a really good thing. So, and then all we'll need to do, what we might do, I might start, and this is a really good tip that I got from Noble Rambler by watching his stuff. I might start setting up a layout of these and actually pausing them. There we go. And actually pausing them, but starting to lay out what our village is going to be like. So, for example, we're going to need a church. And I think it's going to say not enough goods, which is, it would be nice if we could actually lay it out. I didn't realize the church was so large, to be honest. And I don't know whether we can actually lay the church out straight off the bat. We can't actually place it until we do have enough goods. That's a bit of a shame, because I would have liked to have had locations set up for it already. But there you go. It is what it is. Going to have that house being built. That's perfectly fine. Everything else I think is going pretty well, other than getting a supply of firewood in. We're also running out of stone as well. So what have we got in our stone storage? It looks like we've got 10 stone, 3 timber left. So we're going to have to sort of move that stuff around a little bit. The other thing that we want to do now is we also want to create a militia. So we're going to create a militia. We have 20 spears. We're going to create a militia of spearmen. So we're going to create a spear militia, which is going to give us 12 men. So the militia will be all of the men in the village. You can hire mercenaries if you do want to, but we've got 12 spears, so we can have 20 spearmen in our little militia at some point, which is perfectly fine. So we'll create that militia. I think it's over here. There is an outlaw camp over there, and we probably could go over there and give it a go, but I would like to get some more families in first. So, all right, we don't have much money in our coffers. We've only got 10 regional wealth-wise. So, We'll sort that out at some point as well. We've got good public order. That's really, really good. We've only got 1 livestock. The approval's going up for everybody in the recent 30 days, so that's really, really good. We've got a low population growth at the moment. I know. I'm suffering it every single day. Look at that. So beautiful though. Such a beautiful place, but we've got enough stuff. So there's another burgage plot there, which is good. And at this point in time, we don't have the funds to be able to have people grow vegetables and stuff for us either. So. Right, so we've got some housing plots down there. We probably want to start thinking about how our road's going to go there, which is probably like that. Out to there as well. Probably have a road running through here. And we'll probably have more houses actually around here. And that'll We could probably lay those houses out now if we wanted to, and just pause construction of them. So if we go around to there, out to there, and it's going to tell us that we don't have enough timber at the moment, so kind of sucks. So we won't even do that. We could probably build one, I would say. Probably get one burgage plot done. We might do that, but we will pause the building on it. Although it doesn't really matter because they actually, I think they actually transport the goods anyway. No, they don't. Well, there we go. They're transporting the goods there, so we may as well keep that going. But we're running out of wood as well, so we're going to need to throw the family back in here. New mercenary companies available. We'll let them build that up. Okay, it's getting dark purely because oh, new families moved in. Fantastic. Let's get them straight into here. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. We needed an extra family. So we've got one on construction all the time. Now, how are we going with firewood? We're still not fueling up firewood. We've got a firewood store here, and they're stocking firewood in there. But what we might do is we might throw, it is relatively dark in this storm, isn't it? We might throw, once the construction's been done here, we might throw another family into doing firewood. Might be a good idea. Once this is finished being constructed, because everything else is constructed. We could probably, at some point when we've got enough wealth, we can throw in another ox in here and have two ox carts for transporting, which will be pretty good. All right. And our farms are going to be out through this strip here. This is all going to be farming area out here, which is going to actually be really, really good. Probably keep industry out around this area here. Once we start building up industry-wise, the things that we're going to want to build are going to be. We could do a trading post, which would be really good. They travel to the nearest possible destination to conduct trade while other family members help manage the inventory. The livestock trading post would be really cool. Enables trading livestock, if we could do that. Administration, we're going to need a manor. Once we're at small village, we're going to need to build a manor. We've got cosmetic stuff here, which is we can raise shrubberies and we can do a shrine, which is only cosmetic. Farming wise, we've got obviously a communal oven, a windmill, a sheep farm, a pasture, and a farmhouse. So we will eventually do that as well. And then we'll throw some fields in, but we're not going to do that at the moment. Residential wise, we're going to need a corpse pit at some point. I don't want to do a corpse pit until I have a church, because once we've got a church, then we'll have a graveyard for villagers, and then the corpse pit will be for any enemies that we kill that attack our village. We've got a pack station. This building is used to set up a barter connection, allowing you to send and receive goods between this and another region in your command, which is absolutely fantastic. Mining wise, we are going to need a mining pit, I think, and a stone cutter camp. Definitely a stone cutter camp. We need field stone there. And gathering wise, what else do we have? Got the forester's hut. Got those. We've got all of that. We're going to need a saw pit. Might be worth putting a saw pit in now. Even if we pause construction, if we set a saw pit close to here, might be better. Might leave that for a burgage plot and set up a saw pit just over here, I think. pause that so that they don't actually build that at the moment. We don't need it at the moment. Check that out. Foundations dug and everything. We do have quite a bit of... they probably can build that. Let's unpause it. And maybe we'll unpause these houses now that we're getting some income and some more people moving in. So the builders, our builders can start building that stuff as well, which will be good. Do we need anything else out here? You can see that the foresters, the loggers, have removed all of this and they've started planting new stuff, which is going to grow. That's going to be good. They'll continue to do that and continue to cycle the forest and stuff, which will be great. What else do we need to do? The biggest thing that we're looking at the moment is probably firewood, I reckon. What are we in? We're in July now, so we're starting to get close to winter. I think our food stocks are really, really good. Our food stocks are absolutely fantastic, so we don't need to worry about that. What we need to worry about now is probably getting ourselves firewood, so it's going to be the really important thing. Let's see, we've got that hitching post. That hitching post can be relocated, but you can actually go relocate and sit it over in an area like this if you want to. But I don't think there's any point in moving it that close, like moving it such a short distance, because we're going to have a hitching post here. So I do absolutely love the way they come in here and they drop it down and they get water. So what's our houses like now? We've got food store with 2 types of food. We've got fuel. They've got water access. They need a church and some clothing as well. I'm not sure exactly how big the influence is for the church, but we may have to stick the church out here, I think. Or now we could probably carry this road down here. Well, the road is carried down there. The whole church could go in there if we wanted to. And as I said, to do that, we're going to need timber, so planks and stuff from the saw pit there, which is actually really good. So building a farm wise, if we go back over we've got underground water here that we've got to keep our eye on as well. But farm wise, if we have a look at our emmer, our flax, we're going to need a flax field in here, so we're going to have that set aside for a flax field. Barley wise, we've got all of this area here. Emmer, we've got all of that, and rye, we've got all of this as well. So that's pretty easy. What we could do is we could actually look at building a farmhouse probably about here, I reckon. We just have a look at our flax fertility. If we build a farmhouse right here, and then we can we'll keep that going. They can build it. We just won't put people in it. The other thing that we will look at is we'll look at what fields we're going to do. And I think the first thing that we probably want to do is we probably want to create ourselves a wheat field, a windmill, and a communal oven, all in this area here. So they suggest that one of the best things to do is to do a plot that is 1 Morgan. So if you head out here, you can see that we are 0.4 Morgans all the way out there, but what we'll probably do is we'll probably do 0.8 Morgans. Although we could bring that through here and go 1 Morgan through here, I reckon. We'll create that, and that's going to be our that one there will be our wheat field. And we're going to leave it fallow for now. The other thing was our flax field is only through here, so we'll probably do a big flax field through here. I'm just laying these out now because I feel that if we lay them out now, That's about 0.7, 0.8 Morgans. Might be all right. Let's go back to maybe there. Lay that out and see if we can get close to 1. That might be all right.
Come on, laddie.
It's saying that we can't build it. Why is it saying that we can't build it at the moment? Probably because it's not 1 Morgan, I reckon. We'd run it through here. And then right through here. It's 1.5. That's about... Yeah, it won't let us do it at the moment. Plot points. So I don't know why it won't. Maybe it's just not time for it yet. So, but laying these out, I think, is a really good idea, despite the fact that we're not going to grow anything this year. Let's build that road through there, and we could probably put in a we could probably put a sheep farm in as well, which we would probably put. We could put a sheep farm in here, I reckon, and that can be built as well. As I said, we won't fill these up at the moment with families because we don't have. Well, we do have extra families. I didn't realise. I must have missed that. So I'm going to throw an extra family in there to get our firewood stocks up, which will be fantastic. And we've got 2 families doing construction as well. Yeah, so laying all of this out next year, after this year's over, we're in August at the moment. After this year's over and we've been through our first winter, then we will fire up the farmhouse. I do believe... Doesn't really tell you when it can be planted, so I don't know whether you can have winter wheat or not. I'm not sure, but it definitely, the fertility of the land definitely makes a huge difference. Yeah, all right, cool. That's all looking good. Everything's looking pretty good. Our approval rating is starting to go up. The sawmill is now ready to go. We could start producing logs. We've got plenty of food. We do need to get stone happening. Where is our stone? Our stone is out there, isn't it? That's such a long trip through there, though. Such a long trip. Going to make it really hard because we are going to definitely need stone, so that's something that we're going to have to look at. But as I said, I mean, we've got families coming in. We've got families coming in, which is really, really good for us. So I think at the moment it's probably really good. I think these will all be new plots of land here. We'll probably bring this road, I reckon, around here, across to here. Probably around here like that, and into there, and then we might run that through there like that. Give everybody efficient stuff, efficient ways of moving about and stuff. So we've got at the moment plenty of food and food variety. We've got enough food variety for everybody. Clothing may be something worth doing, so we may be better off getting setting up some pastures and getting a family into the sheep farm sheep. And And then we should be able to start at some point then creating our, let's see, iron slabs. That's a bloomery for iron ore. We've got a dyer's workshop, a weaver's workshop. Would probably be the one. So we may even set that up now as well. Where would we put a weaver's workshop? Weaver's workshop could sit in there because this is where all of our industry is going to go. Oh, that was a mistake right there. And we're going to have to bring these roads around here as well. So I think we might bring... Oh, there we go. Might bring that around there. And then around to there as well. Got this little gap here, and I don't think there's anything that's going to be able to go in there, so we might move that road around there as well. Just to sort of shortcut. That thing there is going to go eventually. We will eventually move it. So, but yeah, having that fallow field there, that's perfectly fine for this year. Maybe we don't. Can we create... Can we create pasture space, or do they need to? Or do we have to create pasture space separately? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Pasture. Yes, we do. We'll probably throw some pasture space through here for our sheep. That'll do. That'll be pasture for our sheep. And we'll know that, thankfully, they can actually have 5 pastures as far as I'm aware. Is that going to be assigned to that? That is pasture space. You can have 36 sheep in there. I don't know whether you can link those, but we'll soon find out because it didn't really cost us anything to build anyway. Alright, everything else is going up. We've still got 2 families working on building. We do have plenty of food coming in. Plenty of food coming in there, actually. And we're going to need to look into regional wealth and income there as well at some point. Don't have any commodities. We do have hides. Can the industry tannery to produce leather? So leather and stuff is probably something we can sell off quite easily too. We can produce so it's people. Let's bring out people. Clay furnace, smithy, a malt house for obviously making malt. What we probably want to do though is we probably want to consider building a stonecutter's camp. Well, this is going to take a while to build because it's so far away. I'm guessing that there we go. I'm guessing that that's going to be quite an issue because it's so far away. But we wanted, I mean, ideally it would have been nice to build our village right in the middle here. That would have been absolutely perfect, but I didn't want to lose all the trees. Maybe I should have gone in that direction, but probably a little bit too late now. Everything else is looking pretty good, actually, to be honest. We're in September. We're 3 months away from winter, so... there we go. The firewood stall is up and running now. But food stall, firewood. These guys have their firewood. All we need now is clothing, and we need to put a church in as well. We can't put a church in. We do have an extra family, which is absolutely fantastic. So we could probably throw that extra family. Sounds very loud, doesn't it? Very loud indeed. We could probably throw that... probably throw a family into here now, I reckon. Well, let's get those done. I'm assuming that they're going to claim this. As part of their livestock area. I'm guessing. Do we need to buy livestock in? Not sure. Right, everything's sounding bustling. We're kind of running out of animals here, aren't we? That is a rich deposit. That's seasonal. How many families do we have working in there? 1. Let's do our hunting limit now to 5. And just leave it at that and try and slow it down a little bit. Berries are seasonal. I don't think we're getting berries out of here now. There's none of 64. So out of that... I do wonder whether or not we actually pause that for the season as well. It's going to take a while for us to get down here to be building this as well. The wild animals have migrated. There you go. Where have they migrated to? We are going to need to send our militia up there, and I think before we end this episode, I think we might send our militia up that way. Got 20 blokes, so what we're going to do is I am going to muster them, and I'm going to send them up to here. Oop, sorry. Where are we? Muster. Oh no, they are marching. They are marching. Yes, they are. Cool. Right, lovely. Not in too much order, to be honest, but they're marching nonetheless. You do have to watch their stamina and their fatigue, and it drops. It kind of messes around with their effectiveness and everything as well. These guys are coming out to meet us. There's 16 of them. Let's slow this down and let's line up here. And I might grab a couple of those and in we go to battle. Righto, militia, get them. Get them to push forward. Now you have different. We need to keep our eye on the numbers here, especially fatigue. You can see that these guys, the enemy, this needs to be balanced as well. The enemy can run as far as they want and fight for as long as they want. Their fatigue doesn't really drop as quickly as what ours does. Whereas you can see we marched over here. And it was like an instant. There we go. We're actually overwhelming them now. Our fatigue is going down. Our effectiveness isn't that good. We're in push forward. We can go into stand your ground, and the enemy have routed. The enemy have all routed. Let's move forward. Let's move into where their camp is here. So we didn't lose anybody in that battle. That was a pretty good first battle, and the enemy have routed. So they did retreat. We'll get these guys up here. We'll destroy this camp here, and that'll be actually a good start to clearing out this region. So Stonecutter's camp has been finished. All right, boys, take over this camp. Well done, militiamen. And we've got a new message there. So when searching through the enemy belongings, you find a stash of goods. They could be sent to your people who surely need them, though it's your right to keep it. So what happens here is if you send resources to your town, then I think it boosts up your economy. If you say this belongs to my treasury now, then it boosts up your personal wealth. I'm going to send it to the nearest town, which you can see now we've gone up to 116. I am going to also send these guys home now. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Let's send them all home. They can head back into town here. And our stone cutter is now done. So what we want to probably do is we probably want to set up, assign a family to that. Now that's miles away, so it's not going to be very efficient. And the way we can make it efficient is regional wealth gained 106. There you go. And the reason it's not going to be efficient is because it's so far away. One of the things that we could do is we could actually build a house out here. And by building a house and a burgage plot out here, then we could actually assign a family that's out here to this, which might be worthwhile. The other thing that's going to be worthwhile at this point in time is to grab ourselves another ox. So the so I think we'll get ourselves another ox. We've purchased that. That cost us 20 gold out of our coffers, but that's okay. What will happen, or 20 coin anyway, not 20 gold. What will happen is the merchant will come and deliver that, and we'll have 2 oxen to work. We are still in September, which is really, really good. The army is still marching back. You can see them there. They're starting to get bloody tired now. And that's one of the things. You march your army out here, and they will get tired. And that can be an issue. So you kind of, especially when you're marching out to take out a bandit camp, because as I said, the bandits, they ran straight through here from their camp, and they had hardly any fatigue removed. We marched from town across to the border, and we were like we had half of our bloody stamina was already gone, which was a bit of a problem. So what do we have here? We do have people in here, but this pasture doesn't have any livestock in it. And that's because we actually have to import from a livestock trader. There's no point in having that family there at this point in time, right? Right. So what we want to do instead is we've got the weaver workshop, but we've got nobody working in there. What we want to do is we want to put together a tanner's workshop. And the tanner's workshop is going to allow us to produce leather. So if we throw a tanner's workshop in there and have that built, then that's okay. Now, how is our firewood moving into winter? 57. What I might do is I might throw... Should I throw another family into that? Try and stock that up. Our food stock is still good. We'll just get another group to do firewood as well. Because what I'm really worried about is getting into winter and not having enough firewood. That's going to be a little bit of an issue. So, let's see. Generic storage is full. There's our generic storehouse there. Got firewood, hides, and stone. So what we're going to need to do, we may actually build ourselves another generic storage here, I reckon. That may be worthwhile. build one there and we'll store stone in it, and we'll remove the stone from here, I reckon. But it's not full though, is it? Let's just cancel that for now. Let's just cancel that for now. It is saying that our generic storage is full. Where's our militia? Let's disband our militia. There we go. And they can all go back to work now. Well done, fellas. Well done. Nice work. Well, it's saying that it's full, but our generic storage there is only showing 120 of 250, so technically it's not. What's our granary like? Our granary is okay as well. Oh, is it here? Here. No, their generic storage is alright. Their storage may have been full. Their generic storage may have been full. I don't know. Okay, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this episode here, guys. I hope you've enjoyed episode 2. I think the village is starting to look alright. We're going to need to consider possibly building a couple of houses over here and some storage, I think. So that we can efficiently work the iron deposit and officially work the stone deposit. And I think we probably need to set up a livestock trader as well. Our trading area, it was in here that I was going to do the granary and the bakehouse. May do a trader area in here, but we'll have a look at it next episode. We've got a new family coming in, which is fantastic. And then we'll start... Then we'll set these fields. We'll set these fields for wheat next year. And we'll add a family to that. We'll do that before we leave. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.